Yeah,
We had
but
to take a time out. Yes, phone call.
yeah, but not that you were hard-headed or difficult, because you know the word too, and a lot of it showed me myself on trying to while you're expound on the word or what we, what God is saying or, whatever the case is. So you're difficult because one, it's got to be right to you. It's got to be right to you. But not out of disrespect. We've never been disrespectful. We have had
some knockout, drag out.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
we have.
Yes, we have.
To where we even had that intervention.
Yes, we have. That's really no point. I respect that. I just can't say anything to you and you take. Just like, you can't say anything to me and take.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I
said, I don't know what's in the Bible.
Well, you said the thing. We're
But and that's your strength. That's your superpower. I can tell you it's in there. I don't know. I have to Google it. You ain't got to Google it.
Because you hit me one time and James wore a tuxedo. I said, ain't no James wore no tuxedo. And you found it, here you go. James wore I was like, I ain't no way in the world. You found James wore a tuxedo.
We were talking about washing the dishes.
Yeah, washing the dishes. I said, I said, ain't no washing the dishes in no Bible. Yes, it is. I said, I'll be golly jeez, Batman. Golly jeez, Batman. I said, she got it. You threw me for a loop for that one. I ain't washing the dishes. So who's that? Like what? But you found it. And that's the strength. That's what I was talking about earlier, as far as having someone whose heart is God's. It makes it so much easier for a man to lead and watch when she understands and she submits to God first. Because all I'm doing is reminding. I can't make you do anything. I'm just like, babe, this is what the Bible said, such and such and such, and you already know it's not. So it's not like just bucking against me; it's bucking against the Word of God. If that's what our standard is, now our standards can be something else. But if our standard is God, and I'm telling you, out of love and everything, you're not trying to manipulate the situation and not trying to use it against you, but just like, no, babe, this is, and you're going against God because you haven't submitted your heart to God. You see what I'm saying? And I have to lead from God. I have to lead because I'm following Him. So we both have the obligation. I have to lead from God. You have to hear from God. You have to submit to God. This is not submitting to me, and I'm not leading from me. I'm leading from God. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. And that's what makes, if our foundation is solid enough to whereas we can both build, it'll make it easier to submit to the plan of a woman submitting to the plan because she's submitting to the plan of God. Because I'm leading from the plan of God. And so if I'm leading from the plan of God, it's going to go. It's easier because I don't have to pull you, and you don't have to push me because I'm going and you're coming. Because we all know what the foundation is. So, yeah.
So how did you feel when you had the opportunity to lead me in deliverance as far as condemnation? Because that was, I wrestled with that, and that was a whole stronghold for me in my growth, not wanting to necessarily be perfect, but being okay with making a mistake and starting over. And the bounce back, I think for me, the bounce back was hard.
Right. But I don't, to see, at first, I didn't know that's what I was doing. I was just giving you what I knew. And I was just giving you, because at first, we wasn't in a relationship like that. I was just, my thing was always trying to give what God gave me in my understanding, and trying to give understanding. Now, whether you, okay, thank you, ma'am. Whether you take it or not, it's totally up to you. Whether you receive it or not, and you receive it because again, your heart is for God. Your foundation is God. And so anything that God speaks to you about, deals with you about, it's easier because all I got to do, again, plant, water, He's going to give the increase. All I did was just plant or water, whatever it was. And it made it so much easier. Like I said, I didn't know that's what I was doing. I was just planting and watering what God had already, you know what I'm saying, just put in you, whatever it was. And He gave the increase. And thank God it germinated and flourished the way it did. So, like I said, I didn't know that's what I was doing, but I thank God He did. So you were much freer, and that's our job. You know what I'm saying? And like I was talking about earlier, if we don't allow the Word of God to work, how can He get the increase? How can He increase you? How can He free you? If your foundation ain't Him, and allowing Him to work, not trying to find a solution to everything else. Freedom, who the Son is set free. The Son, which is the Word, He's free. You know what I'm saying? You have to let the Word work, and if it ain't working, you're just gonna keep staying where you are.
And people don't understand the indeed. You know, sometimes we look at indeed like just agreement, right? What is actual in your deed, whatever you do. You know, He wants you to be free to praise. He wants you to be free to worship. He wants you to be free to share the word of God with people. You know, He wants you to be free in your creativity to let your gifts manifest the way they manifest. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in just leaving it to spiritual things. It's just He wants us free in life because what He give us, He wants us to give it to Him back. You know, just like the parable of the swords or the talents. What is it? He give it to. He want it back. You know, and it's whatever it is, because we all look different. Everybody's not going to be in the pulpit. Everybody is, you know, not going to be the usher of the church. You got businessmen and women out there. You got those that are in entertainment, and you got the actors, and you got those. How can you show God in whatever you do and be great at it and be free and realize that regardless of what people say, because He have set you free, you can exercise and you can move in that thing in a spirit of boldness.
Hallelujah.
You know, where you would fear, and He don't, you know, want that. Because I think we all get to a point where we fear.
What you mean?
Out of insecurities of not being knowledgeable in certain things, and like for me, for instance, trying to switch jobs right now. I'm all things administrative. You know, I'm a corporate head, right? But even in my looking for the employment, though my resume says marvelous things, I'm just like, well, can I do that by myself? You know, can I take what I do know and use it? And I think we forget that everything we need is in us to get to get the outcome or the result that's needed.
Absolutely.
And God don't want us second guessing that.
Absolutely.
You know, He Himself, it says, the scripture talk about we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And if He's in me, then I'm strengthened to do it. And I should know in my mind that I can do it. No doubt, you know. But sometimes we shrink back for whatever reason because we listen to ourselves, our outside voices, and things like that. It brings me, I think the story is in Mark, where they were out and they were ministering, and the Sadducees, I want to say, came and they were fussing at them and questioning, you know, who are y'all to be doing stuff in this Jesus name, you know, who give y'all permission to do that? But they were questioning to see if it was real. But they had one true example, and the true example was the man that had been in the village, I'm going to say village, but in the village all those years, and they knew he was paralyzed. paralyzed and can walk. But they seen that he was healed, and they was like, hey, listen, I know we attacking them for doing these miracles and everything, but we know that to be true, and he's walking around like normal. So, you know, we know that it's true, but how can we disprove to get them to shut up, basically? And I think sometimes in our lives, things come to get us to shut up and to be quiet, because what we have is freeing for others. What we have will set others free. But in this story, even I think it was the apostles during this time even went back and prayed to God. And it's like, God, we need for you to give us a spirit of boldness to finish this assignment, because they're attacking us. And sometimes we attack ourselves, and we feel like things that we see or hear from around us are attacks on what we know to be true. And so we have to ask God for a spirit of boldness.
Right.
And I think once we realize that he is the hope of glory.
Absolutely.
You know, he is the strong man.
Absolutely.
You know, that we can do all things through him who strengthens us. And I think sometimes we just have to be reminded, you know, of those things. And for me, with our situation with me, is asking you that question. Sometimes religion beats us up. And it's used to keep us in these small spaces and these small boxes and obedience, and that's not what God wanted the word for. You know, you talked about who the Son sets free is free indeed. And not only do religion keep us bound spiritually, but it keeps us bound in every area in our lives, and we can't move forward. You know. And I think that was the issue with me. I was bound because, if you do this, you go in hell. And if you do that, and God is just like, I don't pay for that. What are you doing?
Absolutely.
Like, shit, for real. Like, seriously.
I went through all that.
So you gonna put me back on the cross?
I ain't going back. I love you. I'm not going back.
Right. And it's so simple as repenting and moving forward. Right? You know, and for me, I needed that word. I needed those scriptures. I needed that push to be free of religion. And I think that journey for me, and even you watching me with the word, I didn't have it before. And so now to have be married to a true man of God that really walks in the word. Man
with a D, you got it.
With a D, I think that it was needed, even for both of us to go to our next. Right? I don't know where God is taking us in ministry, but I know it's powerful, because the warfare, has been something else.
Yes.
And I think we probably stay on our face more than anybody.
Yes.
that I have, and it's not major things, but the spirit behind those little things are huge.
Right.
And so it's like we're coming against so much in our journey, generational stuff. We're coming against that, and word curses and all that other kind of stuff, where we are genuinely walking out who God said we were.
Absolutely.
And it ain't come from man, it's just our relationship with him.
Right.
And so the fact that you can do that in the midst is everything to me, I know.
But I mean, just let me, I don't want to cut you off, but you don't understand the significance of a praying woman. For me.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yo,
listen. When you have someone as, like I said, you ain't gotta be Juanita Bynum, you ain't gotta be none of that. But you, like I said, I don't know what happened previously, but when you pray for me, which I know you do, openly, me understanding, that right there, I don't want to say it's better than encouragement, but it may be a notch before, because anybody can say, good job. You know how, you encourage a man to go out there and, I'll throw 2 refrigerators on my back.
Okay.
You feel me? To come up the steps, because that's what you do. But you do that, but you also go before our Father on behalf of me. And it's not about you being selfish. It's understanding the fact that if I'm the head of the house, to gird me, to push me toward him, because it's all about us, where we're going. You need me to go, so you don't need the distractions in my way, so we all can go. And it's not just, I need the attention, what's about me, or this. You've never been selfish like that, to just thinking that it's about you. You see what I'm saying? Putting yourself in where your family's like, no, be as great as you need to be. And for having that, when you don't previously have that, is freaking amazing. Really. Because you got people in relationships that compete with each other, that sleep in the same bed.
True. And that alone is craziness.
How? Why am I competing with you when you supposed to be my teammate?
Right.
Why? Why do I have to fight with you because I know it personally. I ain't talking about something I don't know. If I'm trying to do this, it's like, oh, you think you all that, or you do. Going to school to try to make money, and you're my supposedly wife, friend, whatever, that's gonna push everybody, but you fighting against me to go to school? To try to get a degree, to try to get more money to bring in the house so we can do what we need to do as far as who does that? But it happens. So, like, again, it goes back to you. For you to be like, chocolate man, bye. What are we doing? Why haven't you signed up for school yet? What is your issue? I need you to get, listen, excuse me, sir. Go ahead and push that button. That's what you was on. And that means the world to me. And not only that, you set an atmosphere and a space for me to figure it out. That alone, a lot of men dream it, to be able to figure it out, to get their headspace. When I come home from work, it's like, okay, do what you need to do, because I know you need the time to work to get us to the next one. You see what I'm saying? To create that space, to handle everything around it. Like I said, the unselfishness. Like, listen, I hit the freaking jack. Pops. You know what I'm saying? My baby, you are amazing. I love you so much, and I appreciate that, like that, and that's why I go hard for us. You see what I'm saying? That makes me want to go hard for us. So that's the only reason. I didn't mean to go to any, but that.
No, that's fine. Like, I don't know if that's on me or not. Is that right? I do know that was my experience too. I remember when I was pregnant with Thomas, I lost my job, and that was when I was getting food stamps and Medicaid and WIC and all that other kind of stuff. And I didn't know what to do for myself. I didn't necessarily want to be a stay-at-home mom, but I enjoyed the little bow-legged boy, you know. And we would have fun, and it allowed me to be a wife. It allowed me to clean and cook and play with him, and just do some little things, and to be told out of the blue, you don't do nothing but sit on your behind all day. I was crushed. That was hard for me, because I'm just like, I'm at home, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm washing dishes. At this time, we don't have a washer and dryer, and I'm pregnant. So I'm pregnant again, and here I am with this big old belly, with this 1.5, 2-year-old that can run all over the house and get into everything, which Thomas was a good kid. He didn't get in too much of nothing, because he knew what his stuff was. having to load all the clothes up and then put him in, bring him down the steps, because we was in an apartment upstairs. Bring him down the steps and go to the laundromat and come back and do it all over and put it up. Tired, exhausted some days. To be saying you sit on your behind all day doing nothing was hard. And so I was just like, well, so I won't feel like that. Let me go to school. Now, my choice for a major was crazy because, you know, I got my bachelor's degree in music and art. So I was just like, well, let me, you know, stay around that kind of sort of. And then it was just like, no, just do business. So when I do get a chance to go back to work, then I have this and it'll be easier. And I think right before I graduated, that same comment was made to me. Oh, you think you better? What? You just said I sit on my butt all day and do nothing. And now I'm doing something. I'm in school. And it's still an issue. It's still a problem. And I could not understand what it was. But because I experienced that, when you said you wanted to go to school, I was like, I was afforded the opportunity where I took it. I didn't have no other choice. But I was afforded the opportunity, so why not push you? It's like I was raised with really no caps of what I can accomplish and what I can do. My mom never said, you can't do this, you can't do this. It's like, okay, whatever you want to do. And she was open for it. And so for you, it's like, do whatever you want to do. Like, what is it? Let's get a plan now. We ain't finna be bouncing all over the place because stability is everything for me. But whatever it is, let's go forward. At least try it. You know, I grew up, you know, nothing beats a fail but a try. And so let's try to see where we go from here. You know, and that's what I wanted. You know, I don't want to hold the reins. I don't want to be in control. I don't want to be the boss. I don't want to wear the pants. I've done that for so long. I am over it. You can have it. You know, I want to be a passenger princess.
Which you are.
And so, like, I'll get in there and do the work, but it's just like, I want you to accomplish and have what you didn't. And there's no reason for you not to. I know one of the things that you was concerned about was time. And he was like, I'm getting older and I ain't got time. And just like, yes you do. You know, we go to, I don't care how old you are, we go take this time and we go get it done, because the longer you wait, the less time, you know, you actually have. And the good thing about being a father, a child of the Father and of the King, is he can move instantly. So it doesn't take much. I think it's the desire and the ear and the obedience to do it, and he can grow it. And so it's just like, yeah, you may be of a certain age, range or limit, but God can do anything for you. He can restore that time. I remember when I was talking to you about him being Jehovah Gamola. Lord Jesus, you still butcher the name. Jehovah Motorola. I don't know why he got to be a phone.
Because he was connecting.
He connecting what?
Yo, everywhere. He was connecting everywhere. God is everywhere like Motorola phone. Like the phone self-service.
Yes.
Like you said, restore this, right? That's restoration, right?
Yes, recompense.
Yeah, I know that much.
Yeah, and so I've noticed that in the last 3 years, going on 4, right? God has restored some time to you. And though you may not feel it, you can see it. Stuff moves like this, like it's very quick.
Yeah, he has. But like I said, you are the key to the next level on everything. Like, it's going to be just crazy ridiculous, and that's how I see it. I see him doing so much because of my heart and everything else like that. But as far as you, I've seen the change in you.
Because I was a booger.
Yeah, you were.
I was a booger.
Yeah, you were. But your change, like you said, you have been everything that I needed and never thought I needed or could have. It's just far as how you move. Even with letting things go, even with the submission, it's just like you look for the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? You're not, unless when like you want me to fill out paperwork, which I don't want to do.
I need for you to fill out your paperwork.
No, that's what you're there for. That's what you do it for. I don't feel like paperwork. I don't touch anything anymore. That's what I got married for.
No.
Yes. No, like you have been, like I said, even just in the atmosphere in which you create for me of who you are. You are so settled in this, in us. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the name. I appreciate the love. You see what I'm saying? The love in which you just give me. And that, like I said, that's we can build on that. We can, but sorry, I'm gonna give her attention.
So while he is doing that, you know, this is just personal conversation that we talk and see where we're going. And I am so nosy, y'all. I lost my my process in me trying to figure out what's going on with him, because I'm always doing stuff, right? No, I said me. I couldn't even talk to them because I'm so concerned about what's going on with y'all, and I'm so used to fixing and doing stuff for you that
That's not a bad thing.
I'm
That's not a bad thing. The lemon, the honey apple. Yes, thank you.
and so yeah. Okay. As you were saying, yeah, I don't like. I want you to do your paperwork.
No, you're not. I'm not doing paperwork. I have vowed anything paperish, I'm not touching. I don't touch my paycheck, which is paper that comes in. I don't touch bills. I just go out and I just make it. I make it and bring it home to the passenger princess, to the queen of the house. You have it. You have been crowned what? The CFO and the COO, Chief Operating Officer and the Chief Financial Officer. I'm the CEO. I oversee everything. I don't touch it. I let you operate it, and I sit back and I do nothing.
But you have your moments where you, the CEO, had come on. I'm like, sir, I need for you to tell me.
Because I had to make the executive decision. Even just recently, you was like, "Oh, I'm so glad that you're the CEO. I appreciate your CEO-ness."
Absolutely.
Okay, see,
Absolutely.
and see, that's why it's in.
Sometimes it's hard for me to make decisions.
Right, and that's when.
But sometimes you be putting on that hat when I don't want your opinion. Not that I don't need it, and it may not be beneficial.
Sometimes I gotta
Yeah.
poke.
But like, man, be too quiet. What you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on?
Because you just, you know what I'm saying. You know how. This is how you walk around the house, and I got it. This is how you walk around the house. You know how them capes, them little flowy capes, and it's like the air be flying around the house. That's how you flutter around the house. You flutter. You don't even walk. You flutter around the house, and I'll be looking at you like, what in God green earth is she doing? You just flutter around the house like all you just see is like these like the little capes and stuff flapping behind you. I don't even see your little feet moving because they probably moving so fast. That's why I just like stuff. Like, why is she fluttering around the house? And when you don't say nothing and all of a sudden things pop up, I gotta ask. That's you. Listen, when the moment you wake up your face in the day to the moment you go to sleep, something is transpiring in those hours and minutes. So sometimes when you too quiet, I gotta find out what that is. Because normally when you figure stuff out and you're talking, I'm like, all right, I kind of see where your mind is. And when you ain't saying nothing,
Do you think it's dangerous though?
no, it's not dangerous because you're working on something. Because your mind, very creative, very smart, you're very brilliant. You got it. I never take that away from you. I know you got it. But it scares me sometimes. You scare the heck out of me because I don't know. And you can shift a whole life. You can make one move and shift somebody's whole life. And we are now operating like this. Okay, why are we operating like that? What did you do? Like, type thing. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you got, like you said, you're corporate. So you know how to set things up to where you can shift the whole systems, life, the whole nine. So it's like, what are you doing? Because I'm used to, like, again, we'll have a conversation and you'll say, oh, I was thinking about such and such. So my mindset is here.
What I was thinking about.
What I was thinking about. So I'm like, okay, we had the conversation. And 5 minutes later, I talk to you. You are somewhere in Mars. I'm like, you know what?
I wish I have to do better.
Right.
You know, because I keep everything right on the table. And I haven't made a decision, so I have to make a decision.
Right.
And I can go in either pocket.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, just like I said.
And you don't know which pocket.
Where you are. What the heck is in that pocket? I can guess.
The bomb.
Yes, so whatever. I don't know. What is in that pocket? But yeah, like just like Vision, he was like, I said, because I'm talking to you. Well, okay, meet me at the spot. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm going to do. I said, well, baby, we didn't discuss that. Like, but yeah, I decided, honey, I'm still over here. And you had went somewhere else. I was like, okay. I mean, but that's the thing. I trust you.
Yeah.
I trust you. Like, you know that. I trust you. Like, I ain't never, ever, N-E-V-A, ever trusted no woman like that ever in my life. I trust you, like, with everything. I don't, like you said, I may ask questions, but it's like hawking, like, would you, because I've seen you, if I hint on something, it manifests itself, it's there. I ain't never got to worry about that. I trust you. But the process of getting there is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, our processes are interesting.
It's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Not, like I said, not that I don't trust you, I trust you. But sometimes, boy, ooh, really?
I think, honestly speaking, I think what makes it hard for you, because I probably have 5 processes in my mind going on at one time.
There you got 5 different contracts going on. And
I got plan A, B, C, and D.
Yeah, you got, if this don't work, such. And that's, like I said, again, that's the one thing that I love about you, because you are so smart. You are so brilliant. Like, as far as figuring things out, like, you on it. Like, you are very, 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 very smart. And I like that about you. And quirky. That, oh man, that turns me on about you, because it's like you have that. Because we banter.
I love the banter.
Yeah, the banter. And that for me is like, it's really a turn on. Because you're like that. You're like that when I'm like that. It's like, okay, I got somebody that if I say something, they understand.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, you know that about it. So yeah, like that's. So yeah, you have so many things that I admire, and I thank God for it. I don't even know what the question is. What we were talking about. We were just
I don't know. We're somewhere else right
Okay.
now. This will probably be a different video. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
This will probably be a whole totally different video.
Whatever.
Because that's what we do.
in our world. Like, it's our world. This is what we do. This is what we do every day.
Yeah.
But,
But I think because I am so much like you, I think I am the. We talked about untapped potential, and I think I'm the tapped side of you because I've had the opportunity to do it and go and flutter and do whatever.
Right.
And you're coming out of it. It's like now you touching it, and it's just like, oh, that's what this looks like.
Right.
Oh God.
Right.
Help us out.
Like, for real. But you know what? I mean, I like it. It's like, okay, I don't mind, in a sense, we want to, you know, I guess, quote unquote, follow the leader. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I ain't even on that. Like, if you got the better idea, like you said, if you done figured it out, ministry, you was like, babe, and you know where I was. I was like, sweetheart. Listen, Linda.
Right?
Don't say, yeah. But you was like, no, baby, I done been through the process.
Yeah.
Trust me. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? And again, it worked out how it's supposed to work out. You know, and I don't, and that's, again, you've done it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things is like, okay, you got the insight on it. Cool. I don't, you know, you always call me laid back. I'm just cool with it. Yeah, I don't mind being laid back. I don't mind it being whatever. Because I just like you said, we agreed on, are we trying to be right or we want the situation right?
Right. At the end of the day, we want the situation.
We want the situation right. I don't give a crap about it. Thank you.
You want to sit in there?
Okay. Throw them in there. You can put all of them.
You want this sauce to touch?
Yeah, they can put all the sauce in.
So that's how I heard her name.
Yeah, throw all that in. Put on the fries too. But yeah,
And I knew she had been done. Because I did hear her say that. And I thought
but yeah, like that was.
Donnie said that,
You want these two? Oh, we don't need them.
If you want. But yeah, I just
Yeah, we just want the situation right. We want God to be pleased at the end of the day.
and then also the promise that we made to each other. You know, and when we were just friends, one of the things that we agreed upon was to make sure we come to an agreement about something. We never wanted to leave anything undone.
Yes.
And what I can say is that's our strong suit. And I think what helps,
Even if we have to go through the knockdown drag.
right. And neither one of us are afraid to necessarily apologize.
And
I know the Lord beat me up for turning you.
Listen.
When I go to the left and I call you and apologize, you know I have been beat up
Listen.
like nobody's business.
He don't kick your butt like he kicks mine. I can't even. I'll be playing around, and he done had me swallow stuff. He done had me hit stuff. I'm like, listen, I'm just playing. He does not play about you. That's why I'm like, you know what? I'll just be playing. I'll be playing. I'm like, he done had me. I'm like, yo, he be kicking my Kingston. But at the end of the day, he's formulated that love for us, to whereas we can have those type of conversations. And it can, I know I disagree and whatever, but that, like, again, we both understand we want the situation right. And like you said, we ain't afraid to apologize. You know what, baby, I'm sorry. You know, one of them. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no resentment. None. Like, I don't feel no, you know what I'm saying? We go get something to eat, and we plan it out. Well, I was thinking this, and we're like, okay, I understand that part, and then it's on as usual.
And sometimes it's always a misunderstanding.
Yes.
Like a word was used wrong.
Yes.
Or, you know, and that's one of the things with us too. You being from the north and me being from the south, certain phrases mean completely totally different things.
Absolutely.
And I may say something and you just be like, chick.
Yeah. Yeah.
you will be left right here by yourself. And he's like,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Right.
And vice versa.
Right.
I was like, wait a minute, hold on now.
Right, right,
You know.
right.
Working through our triggers. And it took us a while to work through our triggers.
Yes, it did. It did, but I think because again, it goes back to it again. The love, who he is, a love for God, understanding love for each other, allowed us to work through them in an atmosphere that was conducive for the one to be triggered and to understand where it came from and to work it out. You see what I'm saying? Because God, he's the healer, right? So sometimes situations will come on and something might trigger you. You know what I'm saying? But then the atmosphere is, okay, just like you said, the misunderstanding. I thought you was vice versa. Something might trigger me. And we done had some, and then it's like, no, that's not it. But at the end of the day, the foundation of love for each other brought us back right where we need. And then the outside, we can't forget the outside help.
Yeah, one of the things Pastor did tell us was get to a public place and discuss these issues.
And just like what
you
we're doing
need
right now.
Right, you need a safe place.
Yes.
And Applebee's is our safe place.
Applebee's is where we get it together at. Like, this is crazy.
Right.
Yeah, we come and have a meal, I guess, and able to calm down and talk to each other, with respect and, love, and ain't no craziness, and we laughing and acting stupid at the end of the day after we're finished, and we go home, and then that's it.
Did love for you change over time?
Yes, but in a good way.
Okay.
Again, I didn't know what love was. I thought I did. I was willing to sacrifice. I felt as though I had love to give, but I don't believe that I ever seen love reciprocated back to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You putting
I
out
don't-
your card today so I can feel like I'm on a date?
Yes, ma'am. I don't believe I felt love reciprocated back because I ain't perfect. But see, and there you go. When you feel as though you're not and have things to work on, and you, again, before I even say that, like you said, I haven't met many women that'll say I'm sorry. I could have did that, right? I could have said that different. Maybe I do stand on what I say, but I could have did that. You see what I'm saying? And that's all I've ever asked. I was tired of apologizing or being the one being the fingers being pointed at. You see what I'm saying? Like I said before, is nobody's 100% innocent in any situation. You see what I'm saying? We can all do things and learn things differently and do things better. But to be reciprocated to me, I didn't understand what that was. To differentiate, again, the trigger is like you said, understanding that you can disagree with me, fuss with me, but still love me.
Absolutely.
I couldn't differentiate that because of the frustration, the disappointment, and disagreement came with people throwing me away like a piece of wet tissue. Because I disagree with you, I don't want to rock with you. Because I disagree with you, I don't love you. You see what I'm saying? And I had to understand that with us because you disagreed. I was like, no, I still love you. And I had to work that out. Because I was like, oh, if you disagree, everything's out the wall. We throwing everything out. You see what I'm saying? And didn't understand how we can have two different opinions. And like you said, we can have the knockdown drag out, but then we fixing sandwiches the next 10 minutes.
Right.
We watching a movie. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't understand. I came from a place where that wasn't. Yeah, it was talking behind your back. It was saying something crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was just that. So again, love has changed because I know what that is now. I can still love you. I may not like what you do, but I can still love you, and I can get that back. I can be me. I can make the mistake. You see what I'm saying? I can do, things like that I don't know, or trying things out. I was like, nigga, you didn't do that. But I love you. Okay, we work it out. Not having everything on me. If I mess up, then the whole world crashes because it's just me. There's no space for me being the man or making corrections, or like I'm tentative. I didn't want to make a move because I'm overthinking everything. Because I'm the only one, if I make the decision, everything falls. You gave me that space to be, okay, make the mistake. I got you. I may not agree. Even if I don't agree, you make the mistake. Okay, we cool. That. So that's the love. That's love. The long suffering, the patience with me, and that's love. I see that, and I never had that. So yes, love has changed. I know you love me, even with your mama. She bust me in my pork chop. She bust me in my pork chop. That's what she will bust me in my pork chop. But she loved me. You know what I'm saying? My mama, my daddy, they love me. You know what I'm saying? We've had, but you spoiled here. You see what I'm saying? People that I can call and like, listen, I can be me and make it something, and they're gonna tell me the truth. Hey, we don't agree with that. But still, here, come get this food. You know what I'm saying? What you need? You all right? Sorry.
Yeah, some people.
Okay. Thank you.
And people don't understand that some love is having a tough conversation.
Yeah.
Love is having a tough word.
Right.
I remember when I did put you in a tough situation, when it came to love, to leave or to stay.
Right.
And though I was hurt, I was just like, no, nigga, you gonna sit in this with me, and you gonna have to figure it out. You just like, just go ahead and leave. And I was like, nope, I ain't doing it. It's easy if you would just, nope. You gonna have to walk with me through this situation till I heal. I don't know how long it takes, but give me grace. And I was honest with you, give me grace to move past this. And it didn't take long either.
It didn't.
Because I was for real about the process. Right. Because at the end of the day, I knew who you were, right? I believe what God said concerning you, and I believe what God said concerning us. And it was just like, you can't do this no more, but we gonna work through this, this situation. And vice versa for me. You put me in situations like, ma'am, you're not gonna treat me that way. That hurt, and then you're not gonna roll up the window on me. You're not, and I had to respect it. That was the grown man, and that's what I love about you. I told you sometimes you would just come and stand in the room. I know when to play and I know when not to play, and not saying it in a kid's way, but certain things you do kind of sort of let me know where you are mentally, what state you in. And some days I can say something random and you be like, help me, Lord. But some days I just can't be random. It's like I have to really read the room and be like, okay. This is where he is today.
Thank you, you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is where he is. And so let me figure out how I can get him from this place to this place so we can banter like we normally do.
Right.
And some days I cannot get you from that place. I have to allow the situation to play itself out and allow you the space to process and to go through, but also that I'm supportive.
Right.
Sometimes you come home, you be in a mood, and it's not a bad mood. You just be in this place. Yeah. You just be in this place, and I'll sit. If you notice, I won't come in the room.
You don't.
I'll sit in there, and I'm like, okay, I haven't been able to discern where you were, but I just knew something was off, and I was just like, let me sit here, and when he's ready, he will. And sometimes I come in there even after you sleep because I don't know. And then when I get in the bed, it's just like you'll put your arm around me or pull me close, and it's just like I'll be like, okay, he need me now. And sometimes I'll be like, well, should I have went in the room a little bit earlier? But I be wanting you to work through whatever it is. Because one of the things that we as women don't understand is men ain't gonna talk to us about everything. Right? And so, because you're not gonna talk to me about everything, I gotta allow you that space to process it on your own till you are ready to talk to me about it. I don't have to know everything immediately when it happens.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. Like it's fine. I'm just the complete opposite because I have processed so much by myself. And now that I have you in the house, I ain't processing nothing. You just
Absolutely. And I just be like, okay, all right, okay.
as crazy as it may seem.
You come and it's like, so I was thinking. And when so I was thinking. That was 4 words, so I was thinking, yeah. Those 4 words hit, I know what it is. Just go ahead and buckle on down, buddy.
Get your snack.
Yeah. Just go ahead and just, get comfortable. Because she's going to take you. But, I mean, I thank God for, like you just said, being able to release. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, doing it. Because both of us do so long by yourself. You need that person just like I said, I needed the space to, make the mistake in the atmosphere. You need the space. It's like, hey, listen, I gotta talk. And knowing, that person's for you, you can say exactly how you feel, what you thinking. No judgment, no none of that. Just come and say, listen, I'm gonna let it out here. I'm gonna say what I need to say.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? And however, and it's like, okay, we're gonna work through it. Why you feel that way? And it ain't like, no, that's wrong thinking or anything like that. It's just how you feel. You know what I'm saying? We ain't all super spiritual at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have those moments, those human moments, like, yo, I may want to use some choice words, but that's how I'm feeling at the time.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Another thing in our transition and this will be a separate video, is transitioning with exes, with children.
You have put on the queen hat with that.
I tried.
No. You did.
Tried.
You did. The reason why I go on record, record it, keep it, send it, whatever, it doesn't matter. The reason why me, my son, and I are where we are is because of you. You had the conversation. You did what you did because you know where I was.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And for you to come in again, selfless, sacrifice because of your love for me and wanting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
You have a great one.
Because of that, I got that. Because of that, wanting me to win again and not being, it doesn't have to be about you. You did that for me because I love that little boy. I love all my kids.
Absolutely.
Love all my babies. They all my babies, regardless of what the situation is. I love my babies. And for you to do that, my daughter graduated. It was like, sir, what'd you know? You going to see your daughter. You see what I'm saying? You going
slightly?
Yeah, exactly. I said, when you need me to do whatever, okay, you out here. And it didn't have to do, that was you. And again, but I didn't mean no, but yeah, you did that.
Because for me, single mom, only because my father died, right? But before he died, my mama made sure I was with my daddy on the weekends because I wanted to be with my daddy. I was there, right? And that was something that she wanted. And so even when I got divorced and me and him talked about that, I was like, Negro, listen here.
Right.
You gonna see these kids and you gonna keep these kids. Even if I got to drop them off on your job on Friday, you gonna have your kids because it wasn't about me.
Right.
You ain't got to like me, you got to talk to me. I drop them off at your mama house.
Right.
I drop them off at the park. You can pick them up at my mama house.
Right.
You gonna see them.
Right.
You ain't ever got to say nothing to me.
Right. But
and I didn't. Don't we had to process the conflict, the hurt, because divorce is like a death. We had to process that the best way that we had to. I could not trust myself because we had some knockout drag out. And I told you that there was times where I burn pillow in the parking lot and take my kids back home with me because you're not going to disrespect me and I'm not going to argue with you about these kids. I just want you to see them. I want them to be with their dad because I can't have that. I don't have that.
Right.
If I go see my dad, I got to go to Lincoln Cemetery. That's it, point blank. And that was at 7.
Right.
And so we not doing that. I wish I had that opportunity, but I ain't finna take my kids to that. And with her, I wanted her to realize he's safe, one, and then give you the opportunity to breathe. Because being a single mother is hard, and you know what it is to be married with kids and what you have to do with them. Imagine being by yourself and having to do that over and over and over again. You really can't dream the way you want to dream because who gonna keep the baby? Who can I trust to do this? I got to do this. I got to do that. And so I wanted her to know he good. Go live your life. He fine. What business you gonna start?
Exactly.
We support you. What we doing?
Exactly.
You doing plays? Okay, fine. You know, that kind of stuff. It's not me. I don't want to be mom. I'm not trying to take your place. I'm just like me and Sherry thought. We sisters. It's just help. Because we both been there. We know what it is. Allow them to run, do what they want to do, but you can breathe, right? And so I found it hard for me sometimes how I had so much patience and so much grace. But then I'm over here acting a fool on my side because he's doing stupid stuff, right? And I'm just like, why are we doing this? You know? And it was hard and having to always be the bigger person in a situation, right? And you have been supportive in this transition with me and them. You have been the one to have conversations when I just walk away.
Right.
You know, I just be like, you know what? And then that's why I come to you. I'm like, was I too hard? Was I too mean? And I know I can say some stuff.
You can.
And
but just like you said, at the end of the day, it's about getting the situation right. Because those kids are the most important. And we want them to understand that we love them. Now, whatever they do after that, like you had to tell me. And it's hard sometimes, but you had to tell me. As long as you did the best you could and trying to be the best mom, best dad, best whatever, you can't worry about later on. You can't worry about the hereafter. Because your responsibility, God gave you responsibility to raise them. You do what you could and do what you can. Are you perfect? No. But you did what you could as a mom. And that's at the end of the day, that's the now whether they take that or receive that or
it's on them.
That's on them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? As long as they know they had a foundation where they could come to mom, then they had someone that was loving in it and pushed them. What they do after that is on them. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you had to coach me about mine, it hurts when you don't and you love your kids so much and they don't acknowledge you at all. And it ain't about the stuff you do, it's just being dads. They don't see the love. They don't see the nights when it's like I look and it's like, man, you don't even give me a phone call. You know what I'm saying? The years now. But you've been supportive of that. Like you did what you were supposed to do. And I don't feel bad about it anymore. I know I was there. You know, I know for a fact, and other people do too. The ones who really know, the ones who would really say what it is. So, you know, just like you say, you just being there, experiencing that, knowing that. It's like, hey, I support you because I know what that is. I know, you know what I'm saying, when people are trying to make you feel as though you ain't this or you ain't that. But I see the sacrifice. On the outside of the Stevie Wonder can see the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know what it really is.
Right.
Not just the fly-by-night coming in and dropping stuff off. No, the every single day. When you call our show up. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you breathe wrong, it's like, what's going on? What's wrong?
But yeah.
what I'm saying? You can come drop gifts off anytime you feel like it. But every single day when you went through that situation, every single the trauma, to deal with that every day, come on, bro. Come on, I saw that. That you can't tell me nothing different. Not one thing different.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And people are trying to manipulate that to try to make you feel as though you ain't like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you going off to your house.
Yeah.
I'm still here in it.
Right, in it. Deep in it.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Whatever.
And the doors have to be open. You know, when we grew up, it wouldn't, I'm going to use it for a lack of a better term, but talk to your parent like a friend. I think one of the things that I learned even in my own situation with my kids, with divorce, how that took a turn on them. I had to step down out of mommy mode and become a friend so they can really talk to me and tell me, did I feel a little disrespected? No, I did. But I needed to know the whole truth. And so I'd rather you tell me the whole truth. The door is open. Come, let's have a conversation. Let's be completely honest. Let me hear you. And then let me give you a reason to why I did that.
Right.
I'm not negating your feelings.
Right.
And tell you why I had to make a life of that situation.
Right.
And that's why I did that. And the intent was not to hurt you. The intent was to actually guarantee that you had a great future outside of chaos,
Absolutely.
Confusion,
Absolutely.
abuse, and
Absolutely.
everything like that. I
Absolutely.
wanted to make sure that mentally you will be okay.
Absolutely. And I agree.
And I think that as children, we don't understand that.
No.
But when you become a parent, you understand it all too. Where it's like, oh, I see why mama did that. Oh, I see why grandmama did that. Okay, now that makes sense. And then we have to bring it back in. Okay, like, okay, so we done had the frank conversation. Now let me come in as mom and dad.
Yeah. And then, like you said, you have to be consistent in knowing, in your parenting and knowing you're doing the best job possible. So you're providing needs, you're doing what God is saying to do in that situation, and you're sacrificing. Nobody can take that away from you. And that's why it's so important to have a community for people to understand, and that's why he governed it like that, because people can say anything.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But you have the ones who are around you like, oh no, she's doing what she's supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? And that's why we have the standard. And if everybody's going by that standard, you can see, she's doing what she's supposed to. She's providing. She's a mom. She got it. You see what I'm saying? She's done it. And so that all that other things, people can say anything. People just say anything. People just talking, just be talking.
I know one of the things that my mom did with me, even, I was younger. She ain't talking bad about my daddy to me.
Right.
She wasn't, Miss Beatty wasn't saying nothing. And what I did learn, I learned through reading. And then I had an uncle to, say one thing, and I just asked my mom a question, and she lost her mind because she didn't even want me to know, because she wanted my dad to be my knight in shining armor, which he still remains that even in death. But I just understood things a lot better, and there have been times where I've said things in front of my kids about their father that I shouldn't have, or even arguments in front of them with him. But at the end of the day, it's like, respect your dad. Now, we ain't gonna do that. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna do that no more. But as kids get older, they see for themselves, what it is, and they make their own decision. But I've never wanted to be that mom that beat their daddy down, and they think the worst of him, even though he ain't perfect and he ain't got it all together. But what happened between us happened between us.
Right.
He was a great dad for you.
Right.
He showed up. He made sure he had school clothes.
Right.
He, made sure he knew what was going on at doctor's appointments, and all the other kind of stuff. And I'll never take that, because that's what matters. When money is not involved, what does the time and the love look like?
There you go. Because like you said, money don't equate. It's not its value as that time. It doesn't value. Just this squats.
So let's conclude this session.
We concluded. It is concluded.
That's how you're doing.
There we go. You know what I'm saying? We go. He is done. He is
Did
done.
it come over?
Yeah, that's
All right. We're going to conclude this session. And we're going to get out of here. Because we got enough doctor's appointment for today. Talk to you later. Goodbye. What'd you say?